for you in this one. A top 10 showdown early in the season. A measuring stick game, and one that both of these teams hope will propel them to bigger and better things. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Hand off from the shotgun. Fighting off the defender. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Clemson jumps to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
And the Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on third and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Might be calling a hot route. Quarterback will keep it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Job number one for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now they'll run the draw. Fakes a pass to Marker. There he goes. Touchdown time. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Quick release on the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Parker. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Might be changing the route. Just keep slinging it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Now facing a third and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that fourth down.
The Tigers will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tigers. Great job by the back on the option. Extra point here will tie the game. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, you get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together, great job executing, great job getting a touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Farrell. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Going to the running game. Got enough for the first down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Wilson.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on third down. Looking to throw, it's Russell. And they can't make the connection on third down. Fourth down and 10 and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Davidson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Clemson is quick to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Tigers! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Russell. Makes the grab.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Looking for space. It's Young. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Back to the well. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Unloads it left. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line getting set on second down. It'll be a draw. Makes a man miss. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. Snags it on the right. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Finds his man. It's Hale. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. A first down run in the red zone. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And they sniff that draw out. When draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Looking for a man. It's Russell. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wilson. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wilson.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free. But the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
4th and goal from the 5. The offense is still out there. This epitomizes confidence. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Reads it, fires complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Wants to throw on 1st down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying play action. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's got it down the right side. Found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got the back over the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. And they take it in for 16
started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Purdue is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 21 to North Carolina. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Back to throw, it's Russell. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Coming out with it, it's Farrell. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. The tag.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
With the run on first and goal. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like they're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Out of the gun, the give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Oh, he's got a chance. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it.
Going for it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. And they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He wants to throw it again. Fires to the right. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. Looking to throw, it's Russell. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. Corners are going to bail. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They have it once again in spectacular field position. Cashed in the last time, and even better this time around. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Motion from the wideout. Gets it out quickly. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be. And they've looked explosive today.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. To the air, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. He's not afraid to go deep. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. On the ground, it's Davidson. Hard running there. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on second down. Scrambling away. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Alabama pushing the tempo.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Caught close to the marker. It's Hale. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Oh, they're after him. And that one is picked off in the end zone. They get him on the ground after after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
And an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Dropping back, it's Russell. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Fitted in the window for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him, Reese.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 7 over Florida. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to change this route. The give to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Looking to fire. Dances away to buy time. He's got an open man. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. Well, guys, so far this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. On the run, it's Davidson. Breaks into the open. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Right back to the well. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage. And after that big run, the defense answers.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Got the tight end outside. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy, just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. It's picked off, and another empty drive.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this defense is well aware of the situation, and they're so aware of it. That goal line package is coming out, right? They've got to stop the run. They know the offense wants to eat clock. They got to get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance to get back in this football game.
After that negative play against a goal line defense, it's really, really tough out in the field to not want to take a shot right now because there's nobody deep on defense. You've got one-on-ones on an island with your wide receivers, and they are begging to have a fade ball thrown their way.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the RPO, complete. Turning it on!
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. He might want another play. If there's time to pad the stats. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very